Okay, guys, today is just a little follow-up on our slope-intercept form lesson. It's actually just an extension. So today is a little bit of review, but it's also a little different. Yesterday, our main focus was putting something in slope-intercept form and then graphing it based off of the equation. Today, we are going to look at the graph and come up with the equation by just looking at the graph. All right. So, it's a nice little quick abbreviated lesson. So let's go ahead, have our paper, make sure name, date, periods up at the top. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at problem number 4. Problem number 4. Okay, so, and if you would like, you could record your answers on another piece of paper, but you don't have to. All right, so here we go. Step 1 is, since we know we're going to put it in slope-intercept form, let's go ahead and record it. We know that it's y is equal to mx plus b. So we'll already start our y equals. Now, step 2 is, because the very first thing that is obviously easiest to find is the y-intercept. So take a look, see where it passes the line. And obviously, the y-intercept is 1, 2, so it's we went up, so it's a positive 2. I'm going to go ahead and record that, positive 2. And then step 3 is, of course, find the slope. So you're going to go from the y-intercept and find your slope going down to the next. So remember, it is rise over run. All right, now put a little star by step 3 because this is where some students struggle. Remember, rise means go up. So if you're going left to right from this dot to this dot and you find yourself going down, then you know that your rise obviously is negative. So don't forget your negative. All right, so that's why I put the little star there. Be careful with that. So in this case, the rise is going down 1, 2, 3. And we are running 1. So this is what I'm thinking in my head, negative 3 over 1, which of course is just negative 3. Now don't forget, right, since that's our slope, that's our coefficient in front of the x. So my little negative got stuck to my 3. So y is equal to negative 3x plus 2. And there's our equation for that graph. All right, I'm going to have you guys try one. Questions? All right, try out problem number 3. Problem number 3. Okay, go. Okay, how many of you need more time? All right, 30 seconds. Go ahead and turn to your neighbor and share. Go.
I didn't get an answer yet. I got y equals 2x minus 1.
Okay. All right, here we go. Looking for an answer. What is your equation? All right, seat 16.
I got y equals 2x minus 1.
All right, agree, disagree. Y equals 2x minus 1. Okay, a lot of agreements and disagreements. Does anyone have something else they'd like to share? Okay, well, let's check it out. So remember, we're talking about y equals mx plus b, like we mentioned. So step one was, you might as well start by writing y equals. My y-intercept was step 2. So let's see, where did it cross? It crossed that dot right there. That is at a -1. So my y-intercept is -1. So that constant on the back there, that b, is a -1. And then, I mean, if you want to, before you even do the slope, right, you can put x there if you'd like. But now, of course, our last step is the slope. I see that it's basically like I like saying going uphill. All right, that's a positive slope. Going left to right, it's going uphill. So I go ahead and I find out what the slope is. So my rise over run, right? So at this dot, I go up, rise 1, 2, and I run 1. So it's a positive 2 over 1, or just positive 2. And there it is. Okay, questions?
How do you know if you're going to go up or down?
We talk about when you're finding your slope.
Yes.
So I always read, it's like reading a book, left to right. So if you're going left to right across this way, then the slope is a positive slope. Okay, if you're going left to right, obviously it's going downhill. If you're going left to right, then it's, yeah. Okay, so it is left to right, like reading a book, guys. All right, other questions? Okay, just a little reminder. Take a look at 10 and 11, right? This is crossing the y, okay? This is going to be a y equals, of course, whatever the y value is, right? This is crossing the, which axis? The x-axis is going to be x equals, and then that's all you have. Kind of like what we talked about yesterday. So it's just a little reminder. All right. Any other questions?
Passes through the lines 2 times.
You have to be careful, right? Because this is your y-intercept. It's only going to pass through the y once. And this is a linear equation. If it passes through it twice, you talk about that. I mean, it's not a function, right? We talked about that before. And then you'll be talking about other things other than linear equations or functions as you get older. But for this year, we don't have to worry about that. Okay. But with these, they're all linear, so it should only be passing the y once.
So technically, whatever dot is on the line, that's the one that crosses.
So whatever dot is on the y. So yep, there's your y-intercept there. There's your y-intercept on that one. There's your y-intercept on that one. Y-intercept on that one. Yeah, so wherever it crosses the y, that's your y-intercept. All right. Any others?